Alrighty, we're back. Long Island, New York. See you set. Sasset. Sasset. As GI. GI. Google AI. I need to go see my GI doctor after that spicy margarita in between games. But as Google AI tells us, Sasset, New York. I thought they were going to say hell. PHC will be in their home whites. Although we're up here in New York, second game of the day, it is an AYHL. So we will have to play as the home team. And we want to get a live shout out from our sisters and our siblings, Electra Roach and Gracie Carr.
Let's go PHC. Let's go PHC.
We got our favorite Bear Shaw. There it is. So there was a big loud PHC. Can you see if I'm live? Google AI tells me to say size set New York. Keys of the game, puck movement. We don't want bad habits to develop. We need to play at pace here. We need to play at speed. We need to move that puck. So much like the first game, own the blue lines, but in the defensive zone, we want to play structured, make a good first pass, and then we want to see that initial pass executed right back out into that center lane. Another pass in their neutral zone, and we hit that line with speed and numbers, and then we slow it down from there, set up, and make it go. Home opener in Hollydale next week. I might try to give the hot mic to the siblings. Video brought to you today by Dunlop's Bar and Grill. But you stop in, you tell them Dan Shaw sent you today. I'll be down there. If anyone wants to join me, what time do they play? Tomorrow? 10:45 Junior Rebels game. I'll be drinking a Bloody Mary, hanging out in Dunlop's. They got a good spicy Bloody Mary, but it's also the best viewing atmosphere in all of hockey. Like I told you, Dunlop's Bar and Grill. It rivals the Cadillac Grill at the Xfinity Arena. And stop in there tomorrow. I'll be there. Actually, live streaming and broadcasting a Junior Rebels game, so I may not be live from Dunlop's, but certainly afterwards. Dan Carr will meet you in Dunlop's.
Let's go Max. Let's go Brady. Let's go PHC.
Now, no, you got to test. I hit something. So the referees are here setting the nets. We'll get back at it. This shout out today. We brought to you out. Joshua Fazio getting fired up before the game. He's ready to go. This shout out today goes to Hockey Moms. Hanging at the glass today. They're usually with their other kids. Well, we're going to go Kate Witten, Adrian Pacelli. Big shout out for supporting the PHC 2015s. Johnny Gervex going to light the lamp. That's big number 8-6, Johnny G. We hope he tickles the twine today. But again, keys to the game, move that puck. I want to see good first passes. Structure in their defensive end, good first. Tape to tape pass rather than using the boards. Out into that center lane, and I want to see a neutral zone puck movement, and we hit that line with speed, and we get pucks and bodies to the net. Our buddy Gabe Pacelli back in PA with his older son Luke. He's listening. We appreciate the tune in, Gabe, but you know we talked about it all summer. Pucks and bodies to the net, good things happen. So the Gulls didn't want to fly south for the winter quite yet. So PHC will take the ice up here in Long Island as the home team. But this is an AYHL game, game number 2 on the season. Third game of our AYHL, but second game up here today on the Long Island. It's been a long day on the island. Fun day. A lot of team bonding. And we'll just look to get it underway. The main goal this season, if you're listening, we talk about the puck movement. We talk about the PSA, which is the primary scoring area, a.k.a. the house. But we want to raise the IQ, create the development. And that's what we're looking for as we study each game film week to week. Are we making the right decisions? Are we trying to create that open ice? Move the puck when it should be moved. Keys of the game, as always, play heavy, play hard. These boys and girls know how to have fun. I watched it in the parking lot. In between games, a lot of team bonding, a lot of fun being had. So we'll get after it in the second game. The Long Island Gulls wearing their road reds, looking like the Montreal Canadiens. PHC, north of their red line. Looking none other than like the Flyers' own Rick Tocchet back in the 80s. He was known to cross the red line in warm-ups. Coltman Williams will get the start. Second game. As LA pitched the first shutout of the season for us. In the earlier game. We're the home team, so I think we got parents in the box, maybe doing it for the first time. Head coach give them a little tutorial. As I said last week, it's a hard job. So if you have not ever done it, step in, raise your hand, tell your coach, tell your manager. They got thankless jobs, but tell them I will do the score sheet. You learn a lot about hockey. You watch the game critically. You got to be able to start and stop whenever that puck's in and out of play. I had the Fabrics experience as a 10-year-old hockey player doing it for my older brother for several seasons. I was the shot keeper, scorekeeper, along with James Carr for my older brother's team. And it is it's a thankless job. It's harder than you think. So if you're looking to help out your team, Hop in there. Learn how to do it. Big shout out to our older brothers on the 2013 team taking care of business up here on Long Island. Our older brothers on the 2014 team taking care of business down at Hollydale. We'll try to take care of business here. Like Bachman Turner Overdrive. We look to take care of business every day. Don't care if we work a little overtime. 2016, give a loud shout out to them. They're playing our buddies out in Pittsburgh. Had a good showing in their first game. Looking to compete hard here in the afternoon as well. So hockey season's underway. We will support the PHC, Junior Rebels, Hurricane family all the way through. If I can give you any advice, get over to Hollydale Drive, Sewell, New Jersey. Second floor, Dunlop's Bar and Grill. Stop in. Tell them Dan Shaw sent you. .45 clicks left in the over for the warm-up period. Teams will gather at their nets. And then we'll get underway here. Long Island looking to come out. They're going to come out hard in this second game. Second games are always tough at any age level, but 10U hockey, always tough. Try to contain the kids' energy expenditure and hang out up here on the island. Saw a lot of bonding. Kids hanging out together, throwing, kicking, hitting balls around. They're break from their net. They're ready to go in their home whites. Who are we? PHC. I love it. This is game number 9 on the season. That's a Nooner. Still no inside the glass with Nooner. But at some point this season, I promise you, we will get a live mic on Nooner. He will give us some feedback, whether it's an extended penalty call or just some inside the glass like Dan Panger in the big league. Nooner will give us inside the glass insights. But as we work those technical difficulties out and try to upgrade our game, stay with us. We'll try our best to bring it to you. Coltman Williams taking his net in those blue, red, and white pads. Coach Sauer sends out Puncheriero between Pacelli and Gerberbeck. Rick Maurer and Z-Man on the back end. So we're figuring out our line combinations, figuring out our pairings here in week 3, seeing what we like. That one's one back. Zane. Shane will gain the line, throw it in. Puncheriero picks it up off the end boards, steps out in front, up the boards, picked off by a red jersey. Puncheriero will gain control, but it's chipped away back out in the neutral zone. Barrel will challenge, and then Shane will pick it up. He'll come around his own net. He makes a pass off the boards to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck chips past one. He gets a couple strides in the neutral zone, trying to play it across the Puncharero, hits the back of his skate of a red sweater, and now we're moving the other way. Shane will turn up, will throw it off the boards. Gerberbeck chips it off past one. Plays it across. That's behind Pacelli, but he'll gain the puck in the neutral zone. Get his eyes up. He gains the line. He steps across the top of the house. He throws it to the net. Takes a stick of the defender out of the hands in that shot. But it gets in on the goaltender. Goaltender paddle stop. Hangs onto it. We'll have an offensive zone draw to the left of the Gulls goalie. Gulls goalie, full righty. If you haven't seen them, the full righty is a left-handed catcher. Catch glove on the right hand. Oddly enough, in hockey, we call it the full righty. So when our kids are looking to shoot glove side, they're shooting at the blocker on this kid. When they're going blocker side, shooting at the glove. Offensive zone draw. Donenhauer to take it. Roach. Spittle on his flanks. With Fazio and Witten on the back end. Fazio steps. They poke pass. Roach picks a pocket. He'll turn. He'll fire this back into the zone. Gulls will get after it. Throw it up the boards. Witten will try to keep. He wears a body. But you run into the jersey barrier, he causes a lot of front end damage. That's played D to D. That goes to Fazio. Fazio gains the line. He'll chip it in. Spittle's going to get in after it. Gulls will collect. They'll come around short side. Throw it back out over the middle. Gets to Fazio. Bounces off his stick. The Gulls collect, but they're cut off by Roach. And then Donenhauer following it up. Picks it up. He gets past one. Hip checked. Loses his footing. No call. Don't expect much today. In terms of the zoo calling the game. So Roach collects it. He gets over the red line across the blue. He gets in, fires. Oh, just misses that top corner. Gets off the end boards. Donenhauer keep it live. He pokes it ahead to Spittle. Carr fending off a body trying to keep it. They'll throw this. They're going to wave this off. Don't know how that's not an icing, but I think it is the same crew as earlier. So we're going to let this one play. That's an offsides, not called. Early telling is this might be refereed like a beer league game. They're going to call that icing, though. So we'll have a defensive zone draw to the right of Colton Williams. Going one way. Brings me back to discussions on beer league. Was once in a discussion with the director of the Junior Flyers. And quote unquote, he told me all paths lead to beer league, so it doesn't matter what rink your kid plays in. I would shy away from that. So it's played up the boards. Carr to Sauer. Sauer plays it ahead to Pucciarero. Pucciarero gets across the line. He gets and dives the dots. He makes a move. He splits them. Oh, good toe save made by the Gulls. Goal keep. Play back out in the middle looking for Sauer. Gulls looking to get up ice. Pucciarero picks it off. Picks a pocket. Steps across that line. He's got two to beat. He's got Sauer with him. He loads. He fires just up off the stick. Sauer plays it back out in front, and Anuccia quick sticks it home. Tickles the twine. Oh. So that hit iron. So they did that. They tricked me on this in the first game. One net is padded. The other one is not. We heard iron click on the bottom. I'm sitting with goalie dads. Am I right? Yeah. Shaner goes to Maurer. Maurer tries to play it ahead. He gets it to Pacelli. Pacelli crosses the line. He steps down the wall. He pulls up. Looks for Donenhauer. Passes it off. Donenhauer chips it back down. Pacelli walks off that line. Plays it across the Gerberbeck. Too hot to handle. He's bodied off the puck. The Gulls will throw it up the boards and collect on the half wall. They play it out into that center seam. Maurer's there to collect just inside his blue line. He plays it ahead to Donenhauer. Donenhauer's got a burst of steam. Gets across the red. He cuts back in. He's inside the primary scoring area. He plays across the G. G loses his footing as he was trying to play it back to Brock. I love puck movement, but the one I would have seen buried was right there. He needs to snipe that. So Pacelli leaves it at the point. He'll play it to Billy. Billy shoots it, hits the shin pad, but he'll regain control. He'll throw it down the wall. Gulls will ring this around the wall. Seaman trying to hold at the point, fights off momentarily, gets pressure from Gerbevec and Pacelli, and they push it deeper. The Gulls will use their own net. They'll come around the other side, looking to go tape. The tape cut off by Danhauer, kept in by Maurer. Maurer will ring this one around the wall. Gerbevec's going to pick this off at the hash marks on the half wall. He 10 and 2s. He drags along the wall, throws it behind the net to Danhauer. Danhauer will step back out the way it came. He's on his backhand. He's looking, plays it off the wall to the point. Point man will chip it off the wall to himself. He should have went back to Danhauer, but he'll step down the wall, plays it back out in front, finds Gerbevec, and Gerbevec buries it. Good puck movement early on. Puts it in the back of the net. 2-0. 10:09 left in the first. Pucciarello beats out between Spittle and Roach. Spittle crosses the line, pulls up. Roach keeps it in. Pucciarello actually grabs it. Stripped to the puck, and now they're coming the other way. The Gulls will gain the red line. They'll throw it around Colton Williams' net. Witten's going to get there. He's going to use his big frame to shield the forechecker from the puck. He puts it up the wall looking for Roach. Momentarily caught in, kept in, poked out in the neutral zone, played back in for the automatic offsides. So intentional center right dot face off. Referees making judgment calls if they had time to play that, regroup rather than playing it back in. So they call it go center ice dot. Roach jumps and bumps through the lane. Pucciarello's hauled down, no call. Fazio will collect. He'll chip it up the wall, trying to get it in. Doesn't get in deep enough. But the Gulls will put it back out in the neutral zone. Witten picks it off, steps into that zone without his partners getting back above the blue line. That's whistle dead. Automatic offsides. Pucciarello wins it to Spittle. Spittle jumps through the lane, has the puck on his stick. Red jerseys pick it off. They're coming the other way. They get across the red. They try to pull up, but they're met by a lot of white jerseys. Pucciarello plays it across to Fazio. Fazio's got a lot of white ice out in front of him. He's going to take it. He gets across the line. He steps in, gets to the dots, turns back in. He fires. Butterfly save made. Fazio collects the rebound and plays it to the point for his partner, Michael Witten. Michael Witten walks the line. Makes a move, gets that puck back into the neutral zone. And steps back in, so we get whistle dead for the automatic offsides. So now we got Danhauer between the Nutsiuk, Sauer with Carr and Nooner on the back end. Throw it forward, Nooner will step to it. Wins that puck forward. Goals go D to D. Carr reads it, picks it off, plays it back into the zone, but they're going to say that puck got in too soon. Whistle dead for another automatic offsides. So Carr's on that center dot, looking for the draw. One to Nooner, they give it to Carr. Carr's got white ice. He's going to take it. He gets across the line, pulls up, shoots wide of the goaltender. Danhauer will cut this off at the hash marks. With the goal, step back on that center lane. They're met by Matsunutsiuk, and Matsunutsiuk, he's going to get his first ever body check penalty. But it was a good challenge. Stick to puck. I call it competitive contact. But Matsunutsiuk sprawling someone across the white ice. I like what I see. Aggressive play. We told you in the opening we want to win the blue lines. Number 8 just tried to do that. So we'll be man down. We got Sauer and Danhauer up front. Nooner and Carr on the back end will kill this one off. Puck's dropped. We weren't set. Goals win it. Sauer will pick that one off. We'll get it back out in the neutral zone. It's going to be played 200 feet for the icing, so we'll come back. We got a defensive zone draw to the right of Coltman Williams. We're going to go for a wholesale change. We got Punchuero and Gerbevec up front. With Maurer in front, Z-Man in the corner, Coltman tending that crease. Face off to his right. Gulls win this back to the point. They'll collect. Play it back down in the corner. Gulls will collect. They'll look and play it back out in front, but it's picked off by Punchuero. He gets his toes up. He's got a step. He's got Gerbevec with him. Punchuero's got his wheels on. He crosses the blind. He drags past, fires. Oh, good save made by the goaltender. Gerbevec will walk it up the wall and then play it back in the corner. Smartly trying to kill this one off. He walks off the wall with it. Met by a red sweater, and then he'll chase behind the net. Trying to pick it off. Creating havoc for them, but the red defenseman will carry this forward. They're going to hit the line with numbers. We close. Coltman Williams, good save, good rebound control, puts it out into the corner, allowing Punchuero to pick it up. Punchuero is going to get a step. He's going to skate this one. Gets across the blue, across the red, across the blue, drags past one. Trying to drag past two. Stick to side. He's buried. Goes into the wall. Gerbevec's there to support. But the Gulls chip it ahead. They gain control. They're coming the other way. 4-on-2 developing. They pull up on the wall. Maurer bodies him off the puck. Good pressure by Billy Maurer. They play it back across. We're back to full strength. Spittle comes off the bench. Pacelli finds him in the center seam. He gets across the blue. Trying to drag through the feet. Kicked aside by the Gulls defender. Spittle will pick it up. He plays out in front for his money man. Fired. Big save. Oh, another big save. Oh, the third one. Oh, man. Glove save. Whoa. He says third time's a charm. Not in my house. Big time saves made by the Gulls goalkeep. Keeping this one 2-0, but we saw pucks going to the net with some power, with some speed. Goaltender making some big time stops. We have an offensive zone draw to the right of the goalkeep. Gulls throw this out. It's kept in by Winton. Winton will walk the line, will step back. Fires it, hits a stick. Ricochets up off the end boards. Dannenhauer trying to cycle at the Spittle. The Gulls intercept. Will try to come out the other way with it. Get it out in the neutral zone. Spittle picks it off. He finds Dannenhauer at the far line. Dannenhauer steps in. He plays it to Roach. Roach steps down the lane, chips it towards the net. Spittle then puts it in. I thought I was ready to call goal. Goaltender keeps it out of the back of the net. So Dannenhauer out between Roachy and Spittle. Roachy run off that half wall, collects the puck, pushes the Spittle, bouncing around. You got Fazio and Winton on the back end. Sorry for them missing that call. Dannenhauer will get a stick on that one. Break up the play. Roach chips it forward. Roach gets it in the zone, and now we'll put the forecheck on. Gulls will collect. They step back up the half wall. They walk out into the center. Cut off by Spittle. Second effort, Gulls able to get out of the zone. Fazio challenges along the boards. They chip it forward. Winton will collect at his own blue line. He'll play it right back up in the center to Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer's trip. Plays it to Roach from his knees. Roach looking for Spittle. Hits him in the center seam. Roach cuts across, picks it up, fires, and buries it in the back of the net.
Keep working. Good job.
So we're getting passing through the neutral zone. Good line entry. Good speed. We're attacking. And then as players lose footing or are tripped we're supporting. So as I talked to you in the second game of Lehigh last week, we have to understand the support system that's with you. Play as a team, support each other. This one's one back to Carr. Carr will try to play it forward. Second effort, sticks it forward, and then it's played back in. Icing's called off. Nunez will connect behind his own net. Plays it D to Carr. Carr will collect on his backhand, go to forehand, pushes ahead looking for Sauer, gets out in the neutral zone. Nuccio putting the forecheck on, forcing them back up the near wall. Sauer will cut it off. Chip past him. Chip back out in the neutral zone. Nunez will collect at his own blue line. He takes a look. He's going to use some extra real estate. Gets behind his own net. throw the brakes on. He's going to go D to Carr. Carr looks ahead to Sauer. Sauer gets it. He gets red line. We got 3-on-2 developing there across the blue. Sauer drives wide. Looking back out front for Puccio. Puccio tips it to Kanuchuk. Kanuchuk stick on it. Save made by the goaltender. And now it's thrown. That's 200 feet. Now they're going to wave it off for a tip, which I don't believe was tipped. But my eyesight is failing me as I'm over the hill. Kanuchuk hauled down along the half wall. Puccio collects. He plays it ahead to Sauer. Carr's going to join the rush with him. Got Puccio. Sauer plays it in. Pulls up on the end wall. Playing him back out in front looking for Carr, but it's sticked aside by a red jersey. Red jerseys will collect. They try to chip it past back. Sauer will play it up. It's going to be kept in by Maurer. Maurer backhandles it in. Gerberbeck now tries to surf the play, but the Gulls come forward through the neutral zone. Thrown in wide to the right of Williams' net. Maurer will collect it. He's going to go off the end boards. He'll play it around. Carr lets it get up to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck looking to chip it past. Carr gains it. He's going to play it across to Pacelli. Pacelli has a step. He gets in all alone. Loses it in his feet. Gulls collect it. They're coming the other way. Played ahead, but I love the puck movement. I love the support system. Loving what I see in these boys. And now we're going to get called for a shoulder check. So there's a differentiation in the rule book based on shoulder checking and competitive contact. It is a judgment call. It is subjective. Referees thought that was too much shoulder. Whistle dead for a shoulder check. Thrown in, stick aside by Coltman Williams. Downhauer collects. He gets his toes up. He plays it ahead to Gerberbeck. He gets past him down the boards, but they follow it up. Downhauer comes off the boards, drags to his front, and then to his backhand. Picked off by the red sweaters, and they throw it the other way, but that is an ice. The hand finally does go up, and now they're going to wave it off as Maurer played it before the end line. Downhauer chip off the wall, trying to get it back out. Maurer's at a clean. Paddled aside as it was thrown back in on Williams' net. Zarbarski throws it up. The GG is surfed in the neutral zone, but Maurer following it up, keeps it active, gets it above the red line and tries to push it forward. Thrown back down. That will go 200 feet. Hand is up, and that will be whistled dead for an icing. We will go 200 feet for an offensive zone draw to the right of the Long Island Gulls. Goal keep, 2:05 left in the first period. 3-0 PHC if you're just tuning in. The money man in the box feeling shame, unfortunately. I didn't think it was a penalty, but it was. Whistled dead. Feeling shame. He's got 32 clicks left on his penalty. Maurer fires it back into some shin pads, loses his stick, trying to keep it. The Gulls will come the other way. As we had support with white jerseys behind Winton, the Gulls step off sides. Mortal sin on the penalty. Power play opportunity. Slows things down. That's PHC reset. Got Puccio and Roach up front with Fazio and Winton killing it off. This one's fired in. Fazio will collect. Tries to chip it ahead. Gets lost in Winton's feet. They'll come around the other side. Fazio helps. We're back to full strength as we killed that one off. That gets out into the neutral zone. Whistle dead for the offsides. 1:24 left in the first period. Between Roach and Spittle now. Fazio and Winton on the back end. Puck bounces around. The Gulls collect. Return. The fire. Shinned away by Declan Spittle. He wore that one. He plays it behind the net to Winton. Winton will come back out the other side. Gets on his forehand, and he's going to attack the center of that ice. Calls a man to him. Plays it forward. Right by the goals. They chip it forward. Good challenge by Michael Winton to kill that threat coming back the other way. Rocha will gain. Oh, he's buried from behind. No call. Rocha buried. No call, but Rocha gets back up. Now he has the puck, and he's got a little bit of anger in him as he's going down this ice. Drags past one, drags past two, loses it in the feet. Spittle picks up, fires it in, just wide of the goalkeep. Couturier will step across, met by a red stick, but Noonan will collect this one. Gets past him, but Fazio's there to close the gap. He'll chip it forward. It's out in the neutral zone now. Played back in by PHC, so no offsides whistled. Now we're going to go the other way. That is icing. So we have icing being called one way, not really being called the other way. We'll deal with it. 6 clicks left on the clock. There's absolutely no shot here that you can allow. So Dannenhauer's taking the defensive zone draw to the right of Williams. He wins it to the corner. Carr will get it. He's just going to pin. No one's going to move his big body. And the horn sounds. Right play. No shot there can be allowed. So you wear some body. You take the bruises. You get into the period break. Stay with us 120 seconds. We'll be back. As we come back to you for second period action, stay close and stay fixated on our social media feed. We will have the Eagles block pull out at some point tomorrow. If it was already released, I apologize. Missed it. It'll be released tomorrow. It's a 17-week pull, though, so don't worry about it. Me and Eddie, we might be known to crash some weddings, so you never know what happens on a Saturday night. You know what I mean? We're driving home from the island. We might pull off, crash a wedding. And guess what? We'll have the block pull out at some point tomorrow. Under promise, over deliver. We get it out tonight. We're rock stars. Dannenhauer plays this one back to Carr. Carr will play it across for Nooner. Nooner will step to this one, play it ahead to Nuciuk, and Nuciuk gets across the blue line. He tips it back in. Off the shin pads of Nuciuk, looking for Sauer. Goals play it back out in the neutral zone. Dannenhauer will collect. He'll play it to Nooner. Nooner's going to find this one. He's going to play it across the Carr. Carr will collect on his forehand. Plays it up for Sauer. 2 out the handle. Gets past them. They're going to whistle that dead. Forward icing. Right call as it wasn't tipped, but if that were going the other way, we're having the safe call from what I've seen so far in the refereeing. So if we're going to call the game, let's call it correctly because it doesn't teach anything. But I'm not going to argue because I want to get home sooner rather than later. And the earlier we can get out of here, the earlier I can get on the road for that 3.5 hour ride home. So Dannenhauer's going to collect this one. He's going to get up the center seam. He's got a Nuccio coming with him, but Dannenhauer's going to take the lead in that race. He tries to split the D. Hits his skate as he tried to drag through. Sauer will collect, and then Nuccio will cut it off. He puts it into the corner. Played up the wall. Cut off. Carr will seal it off. Keeps it at the point momentarily. Third effort gets back out in the neutral zone. They're going to gain the line. Carr will get a stick on it. Play it out to the wall. They'll play this in behind Williams' net where Nooner will collect. He puts a good first pass to Nuchuk. This is where we're looking for that pass in the center seam, and he hits Danhauer. Danhauer's down the center. He's got Sauer coming with him. Danhauer steps through, makes a move all the way through. He'll holster, and they tickling the twine. Tickling for the fourth time today. That might be the margarita in between games. This one's chipped forward by Pucciarello, collected by Gerbeck. Gerbeck will put it deep, gets in behind the goals net. Vaselli will try to cut it off on the far boards. Trying to walk off the boards, runs into some red jerseys, but Pucciarello picks it up, plays it across, looking for Gerbeck, gets past him out to the far boards. Gerbeck will collect, put it in the corner, looking for Pucciarello. Pucciarello plays it off the end boards, and then back in front for Dylan Pacelli, and beautiful puck movement. Beautiful puck movement. That's tic-tac-toe. 3 in a row. So Maurer plays it over to Shane. Shane will play this ahead. Gutierrez tries to keep it in. Gerbeck tries to keep it in. Pacelli picks it off, surfs it at the blue line. The goals then do a good job stepping forward. Gerbeck's going to play it to Pacelli. Pacelli steps across the top of the house. On the back end, fires it in. Save made. Rebound put back. Kicked aside. Played back out in front. Shane Z went with the semi-slap shot there. Puts it wide. Step wide by Maurer. Gerbeck will pick up, try to wrap it. Goaltender gets back to that pipe. Tap out of the back of the net. We'll change it up. We got Roach, Spittle, Danenhauer up front, Jersey Bauer, and the Flash on the back end. Bauer plays the Roach. Roach fires it up over the net. Hits a stick. Spittle will collect on the half boards. Will walk it down in the corner. Danhauer trying to help him. Goals will come out of the scrum. They'll go around the far side. Two of the boards are going to be kept in. Michael Linton will walk down the boards. Gets past one, gets past two. He gets below the line. He's looking to play it back out front. He's going to use his big frame of his. He escapes back up, looking out front. No one home, and now they're coming the other way, but Danenhauer lifts a stick. Fazio there in support. Gains control of the puck. He steps off the wall. He gets across the blue. He plays it across to Roach. Roach turns, fires wide. But here we go. Danenhauer picks it off. He's going to step down the hash marks. He walks it into the corner. He'll reverse up. He was looking for Roach. Didn't like what he saw, so he plays it up to Winton. Winton will play it back to Danenhauer. Danenhauer sees it. Takes a step, plays it forward, looking for Spittle, but it's sticked aside, collected by the goals, and they're coming the other way, but cut off by Spittle in the neutral zone. Bounces around, it's played forward. Witten's there to contain. Good stick, good surf. Spittle plays it forward, and now Spittle's going to get after it himself. Goals will go off the boards with it. Read by Roach, who picks it off. He's dumped. Danenhauer there in support. He'll play it. He's looking for Fazio. He drives in. Gets past one. Walks down that PSA. Walks in. Throws it towards the net. Save made by the goals. I don't understand the call here, but we're going deuces. So, 22 goes to the box. I didn't see it, but they're calling for the chop. They're calling him for the chop. He'll feel shame. You know what I mean? It's okay. We'll kill this one off. We got Pucciarero and Anuccio run with Carr and Nooner on the back end. Puck is dropped. Pucciarero wins this one momentarily, but the goals on second effort played out to the sideboard. It's fired in. Carr sticks to the side. He'll collect behind Williams' net. Doesn't like what he sees. He throws his brakes on, reverses up, gets behind the net. We'll go back to his forehand, plays it off the wall. Looking for Pucciarero, gets out, played back into the far corner where Nooner will step to it. Nooner cuts it off. He's going to use the net. He's going to come back the same way. He doesn't like, but he goes off the glass, gets out into the neutral zone. And Neutral right in the lane, forces him to play it back down. Nooner plays it right back out to Pucciarero. Pucciarero decides to step through. But the goals play it back down. Nooner will collect. He'll throw the brakes on. He hits Pucciarero. Pucciarero plays it ahead to Neutral. Gets out in front of Anuccio, gets a stick on it, so no icing. Chases behind the net, cuts it off. The goal's looking to come the other way. Pucciarero blocks it momentarily, gets out of the neutral zone where Anuccio will collect. He'll put it off the wall, puts it back ahead. Pucciarero gains the line. Turns, fires. Butterfly save made. Good shot selection, though, as he was putting it hard along the ice. Anuccio kicks it off. Trying to play it across, looking for Carr, shaking in from the point. Now the goals are coming the other way. Carr's got his back check. He's interfered with a bit. Nooner contains his play back across. Nooner sticks aside. Beautiful play by Ethan Nunez. Played ahead. Played back in. Nooner gloves it down. Chips it ahead. Gets out of the neutral zone. Now Anuccio can pick it off. He's all alone. He's got David coming with him. Anuccio's in. Says it, doesn't go out. Puts it back to Anuccio. Unselfish play all the way around. Someone's got to shoot the puck. Blew the whistle. I guess he lost sight of it. Puck was loose. But unselfish play. Going tic-tac-toe. Hey, we tell them if you're 2-on-0, you passed the puck. The puck was passed. It was moved back. We walked out of there with no shot. But I like the puck movement. Tyler Howard to take the offensive draw. He wins it back to Shane. Shane will turn and fire. Rebound comes through as that one should have went out into the shooting lane. That's a D-to-D look that never comes from that point. So rather than trying to shoot through 5 bodies, puck should have been moved out into the shooting lane where Maurer had a lot of white ice. Puck doesn't get through, doesn't touch the net, not a shot on goal, ends up in a whistle. Puck needs to be moved. Needs to be moved D-to-D there. So we talk about the PSA. You're going to hear me all season, and I will give an education when it's due. The PSA is a primary scoring area. That puck needed to be moved D-to-D as there was a lane. And the primary scoring opportunity was Billy Maurer all day. Puck didn't even get through. It's not even a shot on net. .8:45 left in the second period. PHC hanging on to a 5-0 lead. Puck needs to be moved, is all I'm going to say about that one. So, the injured ball gets back to his feet. We'll clap it up. We'll get back to play. They're going to go offensive zone draw to the right of the goal. Keep. All the way around. Wrong play. Tyler Howard to take this offensive zone draw. He's got his defenseman trying to tell him where he's going to put it, and the center then tells him, "You go where I tell you to go." So Tyler Howard will try to win this one. He pushes it forward. Gervek will collect where he told the winger to go. So Tyler Howard collects this one. He puts it up the wall. Maurer will keep, fires it to the net. Stick to side. Gervek collects. Plays it down Howard in the corner. Gervek's going to chip it back up the boards. Looking for Mara. Mara closes, keeps, plays it down for Donahauer. Donahauer pushes a spun back out. Pacelli will collect in the neutral zone. He's going to pull up. Pacelli's going to play it across. Play it back down for Johnny Gerberbeck. Johnny Gerberbeck's in the game. The line will play it into the far corner. Pacelli will get after it. Played up the wall. Donahauer cuts it off momentarily. Shane will wind up. Again, wrong shot selection. Misses the net. So it's shipped back out. Maurer does his darndest to keep it live. Gerberbeck fights off the sidewall. Plays it to Pacelli. Pacelli sticks it in front looking for Donahauer. It's paddled aside by the Gulls goalkeeper. Now we're coming the other way. Walk down the wall. Maurer will contain. Rides him off the puck. Donahauer collects. He plays it off the sidewall where Roach will collect. Roach plays it out into the center for Zabarski. Zabarski has a step. He's got one with him. Plays it across. Pacelli collects, trying to put it on net. Now we got a D below the red line. Trying to play the puck. Pucciarelli is playing high in coverage. The Gulls will exit the zone. They'll play it across. Maurer's going to be there to contain. Maurer will collect. Gets behind the net, throws the brakes on. Puts it ahead. Good first pass to Spittle. Spittle plays it ahead to Pucciarelli. Pucciarelli's got one more to make. He hits Roach. Roach stays on line. Plays it back to Pucciarelli. Pucciarelli steps in. Goes backhand. Off the two. Far corner. Up top. Nothing you can do there. Tickles the twine for the sixth time. Good puck movement. Started with the first pass. Spittle gets it out into the center seam. One more through the neutral zone, and then it was just a unselfish play all the way in from there in. So they're starting to move the puck, playing hockey. That's what we like to see. Worth jumps and bumps. He jumps through the lane. He gains the line. Plays it back across, looking for Spittle to get in the corner. Spittle will get after it. Spittle plays it down for Roach. Roach will walk off the end boards. Plays it back behind for Spittle. Two out the handle will get out the other side. Gulls will play it forward. Fazio will be there to collect this one. He's got the pressure on. He's hooked, but he fights it off. Gets his toes up. Plays it back across the ice. As we flip that ice to Pucciarelli. Pucciarelli sees Roach coming with him. Trying to play it. It was stick the side, collected by Fazio. Fazio turns. Plays the Pucciarelli. Pucciarelli fires. Gets into the corner. Roach will pick it off. Plays the Spittle. Spittle will play it back down the end wall. Roach wears a body, steps around. Plays it out to the point. Witten's going to turn. He's going to fire. Just wide. Gulls will collect at the hash marks. Gets played up the boards where Fazio will collect. Chips it forward. Fazio collects and he's going to play it D to Witten as he bought some time. Witten will collect. He feels the pressure. He plays it ahead to Roach. Roach steps off the boards. He plays it into that center seam for Spittle. Spittle's got one to beat. Drives past, he looks for the drop pass, it gets back out to Fazio, it's tipped as it's on the way in, wide. Spittle will collect, plays it to Roach in the corner. Roach collects, he plays it to Pucciarelli. Pucciarelli steps down in the corner, now we're going to get the cycle on. He's going to walk up the wall, plays it off the wall to Fazio, two out the handle, gets out in the neutral zone, he'll collect. Fazio will play it off the wall to himself and then regroups at the Spittle. Spittle's going to turn, he gets his toes up, puts it deep, and they're going to pull up for a line change. Fazio and Witten reading it will pull off, allow Donahauer to get across 85 feet, surfs the play wonderfully. It's played forward. Witten gets a stick on it. Sauer will get back. Witten calls him off. Witten collects the puck. He's going to look to play it back out into the center seam. Draws one through him, makes a move, plays it back across looking for Annuccio. Gets picked off by the red sweaters, and they're coming the other way. Offsides by a mile. So we got Donahauer out between Annuccio and Sauer. Carr and Noon are on the back end. 4:36 left in the second period. PHC up 6-0. Gulls win this one back. Annuccio will put the forecheck on. It's red. It's kept in at the point by Carr, and now we're coming the other way. Fired in, paddled aside by Williams. Carr will collect. Ties up a Forechecker allows Dannenhauer to come to him, and then Carr gets back involved. He pinches off a player. Dannenhauer collects. He plays it ahead. Sauer has a step. He's through the neutral zone. Gets across the blue. Drives wide. We'll pull off. We'll play it back up the boards for Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer plays it back behind for Sauer. Sauer collects. Leaves it for Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer trying to walk out of the corner. He walks back out in front. He's on the back end. He's looking. He plays it to the far point for Nooner. Nooner's going to walk. He fires. Nuchuk tries to tip that on. Gets wide of the net. He plays it to Sauer. Sauer will collect. He's going to play it behind for a Nuchuk. And Nuchuk's going to collect behind the net. He's going to walk out in front. He plays it to a streaking Carr who's coming down the slot. Save made. Ethan Nunez closes the gap. It's played out in the neutral zone. Puck's ping-ponging around. Now the goals run to the line. They play it through. They step past one. They step past through. They step past, and they go top shelf. Top shelf. Bad transition down the ice. And they go top shelf there. 6-1 on the day. 3:17 left in the second period. Someone needs to step up and take chest, take body, do something. This is played back. We'll go D to D. Mara will read it. Looking for Pucciari. Hits him over to center seam. He gains the line. Played across. That's whistled dead for the offsides. I didn't see it. So Pucciari will take the neutral zone face-off. He wins it back to Z-Man. Z-Man plays the Maurer. Maurer has white ice in front of him. Instead of taking the center lane, he drifts outside and plays it in. Looking for the forecheck to get on behind the net. They ring it up the wall. Zabarski fumbles it. Gets out into the neutral zone. Played back in, automatic offsides. Pucciari between Gerbevec and Pacelli. Z-Man and Maurer. So he played out the Maurer. Maurer's going to drift out. He'll play it back in. Because I would like to see them shoot straight down that center lane off that neutral zone face-off. We're drifting a little bit, possessing, and then playing it in. But Gerbevec gets to it. Pacelli, Pucciari, and Gerbevec are all on it. We're going to come out of that pile with it. Pacelli will buy some time. He'll walk up the wall, trying to spread out. He plays it to Pucciari. Pucciari will turn into the corner. Looks to play it out front. He finds Maurer at the far point. He fires it in. He hits a body. And Gerbevec collects and puts it in the back of the net. So everyone watching, the scoring play continues no matter if there is an injury or not. The defensive team needs to collect. So defender wore that one in the midsection. He probably lost some wind. He may have a bruise on him tomorrow, but the play is allowed to continue if you're wondering why whistle was not blown dead. So Johnny Gerbevec alertly collects the puck, buries it, and pickles the twine for the 7th time today. I think it is. So now we got Dannenhauer between Spittle and Roach. We're waiting and Fazio on the back end. Once played ahead, Fazio will collect it. He's going to play it up the wall. Spittle will collect. He'll play it ahead. He flips the ice to Roach, and Roach has all day. He's hooked. Throws it in, kick save made. No penalty, but should have been. So we'll back off. We'll play above it. Allow them to flip it. That'll go 200 feet for an icing. We'll come back down for an offensive zone draw to the right of the Gulls goalkeeper. 1:46 left on this one in the second period. Dannenhauer between Roach and Spittle. Fazio and Winton at the points. Dannenhauer trying to win that one to Spittle. Stick aside by the red sweaters. They'll turn, they'll fire it up the boards. Winton reads it, keeps it. Roach collects, trying to play it back out in front, looking for Spittle. But we had drifted too far. Gets back out in the neutral zone. Relentless pressure by Spittle. He'll play it back forward. Roach now gets in on it. It's chipped away. Played up the boards where Fazio will collect. He's going to realize that we weren't clear of the line. He'll pull back up. He'll play it forward. It's off a shin pad. Danhauer collects. They gain the line. Draws past one. Draws past two. He's got Spittle with him. He sauces back across. Into the feet. Good idea. Coming the other way. Fazio will pick it off. He's going to go D to D. Witten will collect. He takes his look up. He finds Danhauer over the center seam. Gets past him and gets into the line. They're going to whistle this one dead. But again, if it was coming the other way, I think they waved that off. But by the technicality, too hot to handle, too far out in front, played in from the wrong side of the red line. So whistle dead for the icing. Will come 200 feet for defensive zone draw to the left of Coltman Williams. We got Pucciarero, Sauer, Minuccia, Carr, and Nooner. Running to the corner for Nooner. He puts it up the wall. Kept in by the Gulls. They'll step down the lane. Carr will challenge. Pucciarero collects, and now he's got his toes up. He's got white ice out in front of him. Tries to drag past. Intercepted by a red sweater. Clear the wall where Carr will pick off. He'll play it back down deep. It bounces wide where Anuchuk will try to get in after it behind the net. Sauer's dumped off the puck. It's played up the wall. Carr will challenge. Gets out of the neutral zone. Pucciarero was there in support. Nunez is there to contain. It's thrown in, paddle to the side. Play back out in front, paddle to the side again where Nunez will collect. Wins the puck out to the sidewall. He looks to play it up, trying to flip that ice to Nuchuk. The horn sounds. We go into the second intermission, hanging on to a 7-1 lead here. Hang with us. We got 15 minutes left. We're back for third period action. Danenhauer between Dylan Pacelli, Johnny Gerbervec, Maurer, and Shaner on the back end. Pacelli will collect. Walks into the zone. Gets off the wall with it. He's across the top. Plays ahead looking for Gerbervec. Pacelli will collect. He'll chip it down the wall. Gerbervec walks. Plays to Danhauer. Danhauer steps out of the corner with it. Now we'll play it back up the wall. Looking for Gerbervec. Grabisky will collect. He'll fire it in from the hash marks. Paddle to the side, and the Gulls are coming the other way. They're looking to stretch that ice. Good back check. Cut off, and now it'll get into the corner where we hit and pin. The Gulls doing their best to come out of this one with the puck. We got Gerbervec, Danenhauer, and Shaner in there. Danenhauer wins it. He'll come out the other side with it. Danenhauer gets his toes up. He plays it ahead to Pacelli. Pacelli gets his eyes up. He gets his toes up. He's across the center line, across the middle. Meets the stick, plays it back across. Gerbervec will collect. Backhanders in. It's kicked aside. Gerbervec will play it. to Danhauer. Danhauer walks out in front, tries to go up top, hits the blocker. That is just the unfortunate full righty. So as he thought he was going glove hand, he hits the blocker. But Danhauer collects. He walks down, he gets back inside the dive, plays it back across the goal mouth, looking for Gerbebeck. Stick aside by the red sweaters. They play it ahead. Maurer was pitching, it gets past him. Shane's there to contain. Gets a stick on it at the last second. Loses contain, and they throw it back in. Colton Williams staying with it, nose of the puck, kicks it aside with his far pad, and it's played ahead. And now Pacelli drags in, trying to split them. Good stick, but he keeps the forecheck on. Collects it himself. One-man band. He's like the Energizer Bunny, everyone. Played back ahead. And now the Gulls are coming the other way with it. Roach will play it ahead. Our defense was on for 2.5 minutes there. Played back across. 1, 2, 3. They must have a pass rule in. Someone's got to bury that puck. Play it ahead. Baggio will collect. They'll fire it in. Pat it aside. Roach will cut it off. Will play it to Spittle. Spittle plays it right out in front of the Pucciarelli. He loads. He fires. Blocker save made. Goals collected. Ship it around the boards. It's going to be cut off by Winton. Spittle collects. Walks that line. He plays it across to Pucciarelli. Pucciarelli lets it go into the corner. He'll collect it. Will reverse back up. He's going to go to the point off the wall. Fazio will walk with it. Looking for Roach on the far wall. Plays it off, but Roach gets off the wall. He turns back. He steps in. Drags past 1, drags past 2. Stick the side at the last second, and now the Gulls are coming the other way. Played back ahead. Pucciarelli gets a stick on it. He's hauled down. No call. Fazio will wear a body trying to win that one forward, but it's hit and pinned along the wall. And now we got too many men at the party. Way too many. But it's okay. Played back out. Lucio cuts it off. He plays it ahead for Pucciarelli. Pucciarelli turns up. Slides it in along the ice. Just inside the far post. And as I said, there's no pad on the bottom of that net. That rang like it hit the post, but it hit the back. Pucciarelli crisply along the ice. Now we got Danhauer between the Nuccio and Sauer. Nunez and Carr on the back end. This one's played in. Danhauer will pick it off of the half wall. Will get into the corner. Pulls up. Thinks about wrapping it, but rethinks it. Plays the Sauer. Sauer with the no-look pass, looking for his point, but his point was driving down the center lane. Carr will get back after this. Forced to go behind his own net. Will reverse back to his forehand. Plays it ahead. Looking for Danhauer, who collects. Danhauer now steps off the wall with it. He hits a Nuccio, who's up in the center. He gets across the lane. He cuts back inside. He plays it ahead to Sauer. Sauer fires. Save made by the goalkeeper. Sauer will keep it. He'll push it low. The Gulls will collect the throw back up the boards. They ping-pong it off that boards. Danhauer surfs it. Nuccio surfs it. Keeps it live. They come out the other side. Danhauer there to use his body. Cut off that path for the puck. Played back ahead where Nunez will collect it. Nunez will go D to Carr. Carr will collect. He'll go toes up. He plays it to Sauer. Sauer looks to play it back forward. He'll get across the red line and dumps it deep. Gulls will collect behind their own net. They're met by Brock Danhauer. Danhauer's trying to step out in front. He's met by a red jersey. Gerbebeck collects it. He walks out in front looking for a Nuccio. Gets played to the point. Gets to Shane. Shane will go play it to Brock. Brock will turn. He'll fire. Tipped on the way in. Save made by the goal keep of the Gulls. 9:22 left in the third period. 8-1 PHC. Puncherero telling his personnel what he wants to do. He's got Gervak coming off the half wall. Baselli in front. Shane at the point. He plays it back to Shane. Shane will collect. Will walk. Will go D to D. Maurer tries to play it forward. Ran out of time and space, but Puncherero will collect. He'll play it ahead to Gervak. Gervak's going to collect it. He's going to go back up the wall blindly. Red by the red sweaters, and now we're coming the other way. Cut off by Gervak. Gervak's deposited to the ice. That's Baselli deposited to the ice, but we've regrouped. We're coming the other way. White jersey's back. Good stick by Billy Maurer. Maurer keeps it to the outside. Play back out in front. Williams fights one off. Shane will collect. He'll get his toes up. Trying to find Johnny G across the ice. It's Johnny G. Johnny G's got numbers coming with him. Drops it to Puncherero. Puncherero trying to step through. Met by a stick, and now we're coming the other way. Kept to the outside. Picked off by Shane Zarbarski. He'll regroup. He'll use a little extra real estate. Plays it back across. For Puncherero. Puncherero trying to hit Shane. Coming back the other way. Too hot to handle. The Gulls will step to this. We get away with one there as there was a tackle behind the play. But we're coming the other way as the money man finds Johnny G. Johnny G won the beat. Stick away. Good poke by the Gulls defender, and they play it back forward. Whitten closes the gap, gets across. Good stick. Good step. Good challenge. Gets through, gets to the dots, turns, fires. Good kick save made by Colton Williams. The money man will collect in the corner. He's going to try to drive up the wall with it. Dadenhauer will collect. Baselli will come back down into the corner where he'll use his own net. Goes off the glass when it gets out in the neutral zone. It's played by the goal, so there's no icing. Gervak putting that forecheck on. He gets to this puck. He chips it forward. Wins the puck. He's buried. He's buried from behind. So we will have a penalty called at some point, but Dadenhauer plays it to Spittle. Spittle plays it back to Dadenhauer. We try to chip it in. As we need to go quick release there. But we will go. They're just going to go rough. Subjective call. We'll go back to the man up. 7-11 left in the third period. Man up today brought to you by Dunlop's Bar and Grill. Stop in. Tell them Dan Shaw sent you. Dadenhauer out there with Roche and Spittle. Whitten and Fazio on the point. Whitten collects this one. He's going to walk all the way. 85 feet. He'll pull up. Now he plays it across for Fazio. It stays inside the line. Fazio collects. He gets to the top of the circle. Plays it towards the net. Goaltender swallows that one up. No rebound opportunity. Whitten collects, will play it to Dadenhauer. Dadenhauer steps back, plays it back to Whitten. Whitten walks down the center seam. He fires. Tipped wide. Spittle will collect it. Plays it to Roche in that corner. Roche's going to walk up the wall. He's going to play it to Fazio. Fazio's going to walk. He's going to play it D to D to Whitten. Whitten will walk back to play it to Fazio. Fazio steps down the seam. Plays it towards the net. Puck's bouncing around. Goaltender swallows that up. No rebound opportunity. Good puck movement. Good patience. We'll pull them off. We'll go Puncherero, Sauer, Anuchiuk up front with Nunez and Carr. We're going center ice draw. All right, call goal. Was there a goal there? Went in, center ice draw. They let the guy out of the box. I didn't see the hand point it. Euro collect will play it up for Anuchiuk. Anuchiuk hits Puncherero out in the center seam. Met by some red jerseys north of that blue line. But Anuchiuk's going to try to push it forward. Muchero collects, he gets his head up, he looks in front for Anuchuk. Anuchuk sticks it in towards the net, it gets up and over. We're coming back the other way as the Gulls will opt to collect this one and skate out. Futurero is leveled away from the puck. No interference. Thrown in wide of the net. Noonan will collect this one. Looking to play it ahead. Just bite off the puck. Futurero will get there. He finds Sauer across the ice. Sauer's going to gain the line. He's hauled down. Newchuk will get in after it. The Gulls collect, and they're coming the other way. They get through the neutral zone. They got numbers if they hurry. Bar will step to this. He wears off a shin pad. It's stick to side. It's thrown back in on Williams. Williams covers. And now there's a couple punches thrown. Now you got Carr telling the guy, hey, you throw a punch at my man L-Dog. I got your number. You were crying after the last game. I'll make you cry again. So no self-awareness as number 11 chirps the bench coming back by. I heard he was doing a lot of chirping up in Lake Placid too. Doesn't ring a bell. We want to get some self-awareness with that player. So it's played back down. Dannenhauer will collect. Tries to drag past. The Gulls will keep. Trying to play it back off the wall, but it's stick to side by Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer collects this one. We got numbers, and it's 3-on-2 as we cross the line. He plays it to Gerbeck. Gerbeck pulls back, tries to play it back to, chips a pass back to net. Dannenhauer leaves it for Gerbeck out in front. Gerbeck will step up. He leaves it for Pacelli. Pacelli turns, fires, stick to side. Gets off the end wall. Comes back up. Shane will keep. Drive down the wall. Looking to play it back across. Gulls will collect. Trying to step back off that wall with it. Met by Brock Dannenhauer. Played down the wall. Pacelli comes off the wall with it. Gulls will collect and look to come the other way. A puck is bouncing around. Dannenhauer collects. He's down the center seam. Plays it to Pacelli. Pacelli plays it back across for Gerbeck on the second effort. Plays it back in the net. We do, as my partner today, this is what I talk about bad habits. When you're in that PSA and you're in that primary scoring area and you have a quick release, shoot the puck. Shoot the puck, right? We're trying to go tic-tac-toe and always go extra pass. I like the puck movement. It sounds contradictory, but when you're in that area and you have the release and that puck is on your tape, fire it. Pucciarello fires it off the side of the net. It's kept in momentarily by the Jersey Barrier, but it'll get out in the neutral zone. Fazio will collect. He's going to play at 85 feet to Roach. Roach is going to across the blue line. He's going to come in. He'll pull up. He was looking for Spittle down the center seam. Didn't have a clear lane, so he fires it on net. Gloved and held on to by the Gulls goalkeeper. Offensive zone draw to the left of the Gulls. Pucciarello between Spittle and Roach. Fazio and Winton at the points. This one's pushing in the corner. Roach will get it. He'll leave it for Pucciarello. Pucciarello puts it off the end boards. Spittle will step to this one on the far side. Spittle collects, gets it on his forehand. He's going to cycle it back down to Roach. Roach steps out of the corner. He finds Pucciarello. Pucciarello fires. Save made. Quick whistle. Couple fists thrown. But that's what we wanted to see. Puck movement followed by quick release. Goaltender made a stop. So we still have Pucciarello between Spittle and Roach. Roach is coming off that half wall, unmarked on the forehand shot. He plays it to Roach. Roach will step through, pulls up, plays it to Spittle. So there's an obvious pass rule in place, but we need to pull that one. Plays it back down, looking for Spittle on the far side. Roach will play it in the corner for Spittle. Spittle will chip it back up for Roach. Walks it up the wall. Looks far point to Fazio. Fazio collects. He'll turn. Gets to the dots. He turns. He fires. Fought off with the glove. Thrown back out. Kept by Michael Winton. That blue line is in. Winton plays it to Roach. Roach plays it back out in front. It's sticked in on the goalie. Gets out to the point. Winton collects. He'll turn. He'll throw this one down the Roach. Roach will reset and do the same thing. Plays it back out in front for Spittle. Spittle will collect behind the net. Looking to find Puncherero cutting across the top of that house. Unable to do so, but he'll collect it. He'll play it behind the net to Roach. Roach gets his head up. He'll turn up. Sticked out to the half wall. Challenged and kept in by Winton. Gets out of the neutral zone where Fazio will collect. He'll leave it for Spittle. Spittle gets his toes up. He gains the line. Loses an edge. Goes hard into the boards, but Fazio's there to play it deep into the end zone. Putrera wins it off the wall. He'll step back up. Looking for someone coming off the bench. Plays it down in the corner for Anuchiuk. Anuchiuk's going to body it up and win this puck. Now he's looking for help. The Gulls will come out the other side with it. They'll get their toes up and they're coming hard. Thrown in, gloved, and hung on to by Colton Williams. 1:43 left in this one. We'll have an defensive zone draw to the left of Coltman Williams. Dannenhauer, Anuchiuk, and Sauer. With Carr and Nunez. Dannenhauer wins this one to Nunez. Nunez controls. He pulls back up. He plays it up the boards for Anuchiuk. Anuchiuk's got some white ice. He plays it ahead for Dannenhauer. Dannenhauer's going to drag past one. He's got one to beat. It's a 3-on-1 now. He gets into the dots. He plays it across for Sauer. Off a stick. Carr will pinch. Play it deep behind the net. Looking for Dannenhauer. Gets rung around the wall. Where his defensive partner Nunez will step and keep. Play it back up. Anuchiuk tries to collect and play it back down the wall. Does. Gets into the corner where Dannenhauer will collect. Tries to drag back out, but he drags into traffic. Now the Gulls are coming the other way with it. They got numbers developing. It's a 3-on-2. They fire it in wide of Colton Williams. Carr will challenge this one in the corner. He gets a stick on. He plays it ahead to Anuchiuk. Anuchiuk gets a step. Looking to play at the Sauer. Played back out into the neutral zone. Played back in. Whistle dead for the automatic offsides. So we got Pucherero between Gervivek and Selly. Carr and Nooner on the back end. Gervivek plays this deep. Pucherero will get in after it. Wins that puck out in front where the money man collects. It bounces around. Money man collects. He goes back in. Buries that one. 29.1 clicks left on it. Extends the lead to 11-1. Trey looking to win this one back. The Gulls jump and bump through the lane, but Pacelli fights it off, chips it back out of the neutral zone. Play back ahead. Pucherero drags, buys some time at the blue line. He'll pull up, gets out wide. He'll go into the corner. He'll use the net. Trying to kill the time here. He'll pull up in the corner. He's got Nooner across. Plays it back out in front. Looks for Gervivek. Gervivek buries this one for the 12th tickle of the twine of the day. So this one will end 12-1 just as the horn sounds. Hopefully they give him credit for it. We will be back for the home opener next weekend. So until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Tune in tomorrow if you're listening. Junior Rebels. Live from Hollydale, 10:45 tomorrow morning. Look for them. Junior Rebels Minor 2018. Live from Hollydale tomorrow. Otherwise, we will see you next weekend live from Hollydale. Home opener against the Little Flyers. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for listening.